Trap Control, this is Bluebird Leader, checking in with a flight of 3.
Roger, Bluebird Leader. We have you on the screen, and you might want to do your best work. The Admiral is with us this morning.
I read you, Rat Trap. We're ready for a little target practice.
Roger, Bluebird. Let's start the exercise. You're cleared onto the range.
Okay, let's set up for a spacer pass. Rat Trap Control, Bluebird Flight is ready for a hot run.
Roger, Bluebird Leader. You're cleared to fire.
All right, fellas, let's have some good shooting. I've got a graduation to get to.
Okay, Rat Trap, one's in hot. Here we go. Let's sink that rust bucket.
Good shot.
Kay, do you suppose Leslie would mind if I didn't go to the graduation? Are you really thinking of not going? Well, I thought I might just stay here. And Delia, you know Daddy would be real upset if any one of us didn't show up for Leslie's graduation. I mean, it is the seventh generation of Mallory to graduate from Annapolis. That's for tonight, Delia. You're not opening that now. I'm just going to let it breathe. Red wine is supposed to breathe. And what is white wine supposed to do? Suffocate? For you. Maybe it's been good to our family, see you? Maybe. But wouldn't it be wonderful if some Mallory, sometime, just once, decided to grow up and be something landlocked and earthbound, like a farmer or a coal miner?
All right, Bluebird Flight, let's set up for phase 2.
Sir, we have some contacts. Unidentified aircraft coming in on our exercise bearing 290 at 540 knots. They'll enter the range if they don't change course. Advise our flight to hold their course.
Bluebird Flight, you have bogeys. Your 6 o'clock position.
20 miles and closing.
Roger, Rat Trap, I have radar contact.
Bluebird Leader and flight. Hold your position and advise.
Looks like the boys from Havana are back again.
They're here to study us, Bluebird.
Shall we knock off the exercise?
Admiral?
Bring them on home.
Okay, November Mike 1. Disengage and come home.
I'd like to, Rat Trap, but these guys are all over us.
The Admiral wants you to shake them loose, Bluebird Leader.
This lunatic is trying to fly up my tailpipe. I can't shake him. He's proud of me, Rat Trap. He's making me real irritable.
Simon, this is Admiral Mallory. Don't shoot. Remember, we do not shoot first.
Yes, sir.
Simon, break left. You've got one coming up low at 6 o'clock.
Mayday, this is Bluebird Leader. I've had a midair. I've lost a wingtip. I can't hold it, Admiral.
Let it go, Simon. Get out. The crew is ejected. I see our chutes. 2 good ones. The Cuban has ejected, too.
Get the helicopter out there. Get those men out of the water.
Come in.
Oh, I had the car brought round.
I don't know why you're in such a rush, Daddy. Simon's not even back yet.
It's got me a little concerned.
Well, you know, my brother, like all the rest of them, get to flying around out there and nothing but the scent of female flesh will bring them down.
Oh, now, you know I don't like when you get sassy.
I'm sorry, Daddy. But there's nothing to worry about. You know if anything had happened to Simon, Tom Mallory would call you right away. Mm-hmm.
expecting me to meet him at home. I'd like to tell him...
This is front burner stuff. You're on your way, Simon. I've already called your father. I'll fill him in as much as I can on the way to Annapolis.
Yes, sir.
Randolph Mackenzie. Patrick Thomas Mahoney. Robert Matheson. Leslie Mallory. Daniel Newton.
Daddy?
Aren't you forgetting something, Ensign Mallory?
Sir?
Well, I am the first officer you've saluted since you got your bars, and there is tradition to consider.
Yes, sir. I've got it right here.
Well,
That's great.
I think I'll frame this.
There's just no other way to look at it, Daddy. You old D-dogs are going to have to get together and change the words to the song.
Is that so? What do you have in mind?
Well, you know, it goes, anchors away, my boys.
Oh, I see. And so, what do you want? Anchors away, my boys and girls?
Sounds like the theme song for Captain Kangaroo. Besides, I'm not sure I'm all that crazy about the word girl. What would you say to anchors away, my boys and women?
Won't do. Doesn't scan.
How about sailor person? Does that scan?
Oh, Tom. Hey, Tom, where in the heck is all this stuff going to end? I mean, one day I'll be standing in attention singing the Marine hymn and her.
I rather like y'all. Anchors away, y'all.
No, I've got to admit, Hillary, it just scans.
Oh, I gotta admit, I don't understand what's happening to this warrior class of ours. You know, Leslie, when I was in the Marine Corps, the only women we saw were the ones we were able to sneak into the barracks and teabag.
I don't believe you ever did any such thing, Daddy.
Harlan, I can name you one good sailor that didn't have to sneak in, and I would like to propose a very proud toast to my daughter Leslie and to what she represents. Seventh generation of Maoris to serve honorably in the United States Navy.
I'll drink to that.
Wait a minute. I've got another announcement here. As you might expect, Leslie's had her duty orders in hand for some time now. She has saved for me the privilege of telling you that in addition to graduating with honors, Ensign Leslie Mallory is going to be an aviator. She's been accepted to flight school. Ensign Mallory.
Yes, I'll drink to that.
Absolutely. Celia, you're going to join us?
Please, I'd like to be excused.
Jack, if you don't mind, could I talk to her?
Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to slip away. Leslie, I'll see you later. Good night, Daddy.
Hi, darling. But you gonna spend the night here with Kay?
Oh, I am, Daddy. I just need to run out and pick up a few things. No, go. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night, Hillary. Shall I wait up for you? Well, sure. I mean, if you want to, I shouldn't be too late. Stay here a minute. I'll get you a house key.
Okay, you want to tell me what that was all about? Now that you and Jack have been transferred back to Emerald Point, I thought things would be better. You'll be finding your own place soon?
I'm fine now. I'd like to go back in.
Celia, you're my firstborn, and that means that you'll always be special to me, but I swear to God, sometimes I think that I have never understood you. Do you know why we named you Celia? Because it means from the heavens. You were a gift from heaven for your mother and me.
And Leslie? Did Mama pick that name, too?
No, I picked it.
And not a bad name for a flyer, you must admit.
I wouldn't trade my girls for anything, Celia, and you know that.
Are you sure? Think about it. A son to carry on the family name, the family tradition. 3 for 1 wouldn't be a bad trade.
Celia, I love you. I love you, I love Kay, and I love Leslie. I wouldn't trade any one of you for any son that ever walked.
I guess.
Maybe if you had children of your own, you'd understand. Maybe it would give some structure, some focus to your life if you and Jack were to think about starting a family.
Jack, we need to talk. You and I need an answer. Tomorrow, perhaps, you'll be at the house all day. Bring your transfer.
Okay. Good night.
All right.
Night.
Ladies, excuse me. It's not easy, is it? Fathers and kids.
It's easy, everybody would do it.
Well, that's the trouble. Everybody does.
You always were an elitist, Harlan.
Why? Just because I don't believe the Rabus should breed like rabbits and put their litters on the welfare rolls at birth? Where's my son?
Send him to Washington.
I know that. Why? My boy ejected. He lost the plane. I want to know what happened out there. I want to know if it's his fault. A lot of rumors going on. I want to talk about how this thing could blow up into an international incident. Also, I'm a former colonel in the United States Marine Corps.
And you should know better than to ask me questions that I can't answer.
You just keep that in mind next time you appear before the city council with your request for land.
Harlan, the Navy needs that 1,000 acres. This base needs another runway to do the job that this country requires of it.
You know what they say, Tommy? Tell it to the Marines.
The Navy will tell it to Congress if it needs to.
You do that. You might want to remember that I've got a lot of friends in Congress.
Where's it going? There. Give me a hand here, will you? Could you butt me, please? If I'm not out of here in under 3 minutes, I'm going to miss the fly-in. I would be absolutely embarrassed to death.
Hillary, I gotta talk to you.
If I don't get home and change clothes before the fly-in, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. It's all going to be your fault.
Hillary, will you just listen to me? I got a job offer. Good job. Working construction in Baton Rouge.
I don't like to be held like this, Jeremy.
My lease on this apartment is up in a couple of days, and I'll be leaving here. You could meet me. We could spend time together. Maybe even move in together. What do you say?
I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'd love to. But I have other plans.
What kind of plans?
Getting married next week.
What, is this some kind of a joke?
Oh, it's no joke, love. Sunday, 3:30, St. Anthony's Parish. I do think afternoon weddings are nicest, don't you? Jeremy. Now I do have to get home.
You even gonna tell me who it is? I mean, somebody I know? The hell is a fly-in, anyhow?
It's when the men who've been at sea fly off a carrier and land at the base. Hi.
Well, hi.
Hi, Jack. You looking for Daddy?
Yeah, he's expecting me.
He's waiting for you in the court.
Okay, thank you.
Seems to me your mind isn't on the game today, Jack.
No. No, sir, it isn't. And, I don't think you asked me out here to test my reflexes.
Come on.
Tell you want an answer. Okay, I've been thinking about your offer, and whichever way it goes, I want you to know that both Celia and I are...
Jack, spare me the gratitude, will you? I give it the United Fund. That takes care of the few ambient impulses of benevolence that I have. Look, I want you in my company for what you can do for me, not what I can do for you.
That's straightforward, at least.
Is this yours?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jack, I've been watching you. Now, you're a good attorney. You know the Navy, and I do a lot of business with the Navy.
And you're getting ready to head into major battle with the Department of Defense over some property that Tom Mallory wants to turn into another runway, and you just happen to want to subdivide.
Well, you're pretty straightforward yourself, aren't you, young man?
Yes, sir. I try to be.
I suppose you're loyal to my good old friend Tom.
Yes, sir, I am.
Despite the fact that there were 30 or 40 other young officers he'd rather have had as a son-in-law than you. Come on. I was at the wedding, remember? Tell me, Jack, what do you earn as a lieutenant commander over at the JAG office? Never mind. I know, to the nickel. You know, I was just about your age when I resigned from the Corps. Equivalent rank, too. Decorated. I'd been in caisson way. I loved the Corps.
Why'd you quit?
Oh, it was a little too tame for me.
Caisson and Way?
Compared to what I do now, you know, when you've been shot at in a war of finance, you know you've been in a fight.
Okay.
How does it feel to live on an officer's salary?
It's not bad.
You want to have kids?
Yeah, Celia and I want to have kids.
You want to leave them something more than the folded flag and $300 a month?
Yes, of course.
Now, why don't you work for me? You'll be a rich man before you're 40.
I believe you. But damn it, there's just something that I kind of like about...
What? Serving a country?
That's right. And I'm not ashamed to say it.
Neither am I. But you know how I serve my country? I serve my country by turning a profit and paying my taxes.
Reducible by 80% through depreciation allowance and investment tax credit.
Now, I know I want you on my team.
I don't think so, Harlan. I don't think I want to watch you and your friends turn Emerald Point into a shopping center.
You turning me down?
It's got to be the air wing from the Kennedy flying in. Thank you. But yeah, I guess I am turning you down.
Well, what do you think Celia's going to say to all this?
I guess Celia's my problem.
I guess she is.
Coming into the break a bit low, Admiral now.
I beg your pardon?
I said about the aircraft flying. You know, aren't they flying a bit too low?
Have we met?
No, we haven't. I'm Maggie Farrell.
Well, you seem to already know who I am. And you're what, Miss Farrell? A fighter pilot? Aeronautical engineer?
No, neither.
I see. Aerodynamics is just a hobby with you, huh?
Oh, part of my job, actually, and I'm really just learning. I've been through Jane's book on aircraft 3 or 4 times.
And your job?
I'm with the Military Affairs Council of the Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, I thought I knew everyone on the council.
New in the job, actually. New in town. And so, I thought I'd come out and introduce myself and see if maybe you'd have some time to discuss some of the problems that continue to exist between the base and the town.
Well, my people have a pretty good record of cooperation with the town, Miss Farrell. We pay attention to that.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You've done really well in the areas of overflight, and complaints from fishermen about disturbing their fishing grounds have decreased significantly. But with the inversion layer, we're still getting occasional complaints.
How about 1,000 acres for the new runway? How are we doing on that?
Well, from what I've heard, there doesn't seem to be a lot of enthusiasm for that.
You know Harlan Adams, Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
You're too low on the brake. This isn't a carrier.
Yes, sir.
Harlan Adams?
Yes, I met him a few times.
As a matter of fact, he's one of the people that interviewed you for your job, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
I suppose that it has never occurred to you that my old friend Harlan owns the Chamber of Commerce, half the city council, but he carries them around in his vest pocket like pet mice.
No, I'm afraid that never did occur to me.
Well, I think you can see that we're pretty busy around here today, Miss Farrell. But there's one thing that makes this place work. We all go through channels. Now, if there's anything else that you need... Lieutenant Brady? This is Lieutenant Brady. She's our public affairs officer here at the base. Lieutenant, why don't you take Miss Farrell over to the officers' club, buy her a cup of coffee, and maybe you can explain some of our procedures.
Aye, sir.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some people flying in here today that haven't seen their families in a very long time.
rather I spent the night at your house, Kay. You won't make me a liar, will you, love?
No, of course not. But where did you spend the night?
That's Glenn!
Handsome devil, isn't he?
I wouldn't know about that.
Oh, wouldn't you?
Certainly not. God, Leslie's about to marry my best friend.
I'd keep that in mind if I were you, sis. And don't ask me how I know it's all over your face. He's not yours, Kay. He never will be. Now, I know if Mama were alive, she'd remind you that you're Admiral Mallory's daughter, and you ought to carry yourself with pride and save your tears for your pillow.
And I don't need my baby sister, flight school or no, telling me what it means to be Admiral Mallory's daughter. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Well, Jeremy, what in the world are you doing here?
Well, I just thought I'd drop by, see what a real fly-in looks like.
You two know each other?
No.
Well, Glenn, honey, this is Jeremy Novak.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I've been meaning to write to you about him. He's got an apartment in town he's letting go.
You are still leaving.
Well, yeah, I guess I am.
It's a real nice place. At least that's what I understand. And we can get it on a 6-month lease, and I believe we could handle it on your pay.
Maybe I'll give you a call sometime. Come by and take a look.
Why don't you do that? I'll be pleased to show you around.
I believe you're going to love Baton Rouge, Jeremy. It's a lovely place. I've been there more than once. You come along now, Glenn. Daddy's waiting to see you.
Talk to your sister, Kay. She and Jack coming over to the officers' club tonight. Nice young man. Good flyer, too. Harlan Adams got to be real pleased getting him for a son-in-law.
Hey, who's that guy?
What guy?
Back there, the one with the apartment.
Jeremy? Somebody I know.
He's from town?
Yes, from town. Do you know how much I missed you, Sailor?
Did you date him while I was gone?
When I'm engaged to you. I don't date.
I heard some stuff.
What kind of stuff?
You know, men talk. Lies, mostly. Stuff that drifts back.
It manages to find you across 5,000 miles of ocean? Like some heat-seeking missile?
I'm sorry you brought it up. I guess I've just been at sea too long. Can we just forget it?
Sure, we can forget it, Glenn. That's all you think of me. We can forget the wedding, too, if you like.
Hillary. I said I was sorry. Hey, maybe I got a little crazy being away from you all those months. I missed you, Hillary. More than I can tell you. You know, I almost never went on liberty.
Because you were afraid? You saw another girl that you found attractive? That you just might?
Because I wanted to be alone with you. With my thoughts of you. Sometimes at night, when we're lying at anchor, I just go out onto the fantail and listen to the swell slapping against the ship. I think about the times we spent together. The nights.
Glenn. I guess I don't really mind if you get a little jealous. I guess it means you love me. And I love you, Glenn. God, I have missed you so much. And I want you so much.
Jack? Can you hear me? Me, Kay. Daddy wants to know if you and Celia are coming over.
We're running a little late, Kay. Celia's just getting her dress on right now.
Jack, is everything okay? I mean, with Celia?
Well, of course. What could be? We'll see you in a little while, Kay.
Okay, bye.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, we're late. Better hurry. Got your dress laid out on bed. Come on, Celia, let's go.
No, wait a minute. Wouldn't you like to know where I've been?
I can smell where you've been. Swimming around in the bottom of a bottle someplace.
That bad, huh?
I don't want you driving in that condition, do you hear me? You could have hurt someone. You could have hurt yourself. Guess I'm lucky you made it home at all.
Guess some people have a very strange notion of luck.
Okay, let's go, Celia.
But if maybe you'd like to know what I was doing.
Okay.
Celebrating. And so maybe you'd like to know what I was celebrating.
Mhm.
Okay, I was celebrating two things. One, we're leaving the Navy. And two, oh, Jack, we're going... Jack, you said that...
I said I would think about leaving the Navy. I'm thinking about it. Here, let me help you with that.
I love you. Oh, let's not go. You know, soon we won't have to go to any of these things anymore. You won't have to dress up in this silly sailor suit. I won't have to go around curtsying to all the wives of superior officers. Can you imagine a word like that? No one's superior to you, Jack. You're the best attorney in the whole damn Navy.
Celia.
If you go to work for Harlan Adams, we'll move into town. Otherwise, into another town. And you'll set up your own practice.
Celia, I think we ought to...
We'll get a house of our own, Jack. And I'll work if you want me to, until your business gets going.
Your father's going to be disappointed if we don't make it to the club. I gotta change clothes.
You're not going to resign, are you?
No. I don't think so.
You have no right, Jack. You have no right to throw my life away.
It's my life too, Celia.
Your obligation is up. You paid them back. You paid for your education. They've got their money's worth out of you.
You're not listening. I've given this a lot of thought. I like the Navy.
Well, I hate it. I've hated it all my life.
Damn it, Celia, how long are you going to go on blaming the Navy for everything that's wrong in your life?
And how long are you going to go on hiding out in the Navy? Because you don't want to face the real world.
Celia, please try to understand. I really don't think I'm hiding. I like being a lawyer in the Navy. Now, I know it has some disadvantages, but I like the system. It's clean, it's effective, it works. It's one of the few places left where corruption isn't a way of life, where judges can't be bought.
And you get to wear a nice, snappy-looking uniform with shiny gold buttons. And you don't care if you win a case or lose it because you'll be assigned another. Before your client hears the doors of the brig slam behind him. And aren't you just a little bit curious about what the other thing is I'm celebrating?
You're not. I mean, we're not.
I'm pregnant, Jack. And if you think I'm going to raise yet another generation of Mallory Navy brats, I won't. 7 generations are enough. I'll abort it first. Jack, I'll kill it. I swear to God, I'll find the strength to kill it. See somebody?
Yeah, there's your brother.
Oh, I know. He got home just before I left the house. I asked him what happened out there yesterday morning. And he wouldn't tell me. He never tells me anything, his own sister. Glenn, when we're married, you're not going to do that darn old thing about military secrets all the time, are you? Because if you do...
Oh, then what? We're trying to resist torture.
But I know some tortures that even you're not trained to resist.
Oh, you do, do you?
Mm-hmm. Simon.
Leslie. Hi, how are you? Listen, I'm sorry I missed your graduation.
It's okay. Daddy said you were otherwise engaged. Are you looking for him?
No, I've got him spotted over there, but, well, he seems to be otherwise engaged.
What's this? Our fearless air ace, afraid to engage the enemy over his own territorial waters.
Wives of senior officers, you bet. Give me a squadron of Cubans any day.
Well, apparently somebody did. I guess rumors are harder to shoot down than MiG-23s.
And I guess you'll find out about that when you get into flight school. Now, come on, Ensign. You gonna help me on this or what?
Okay, Simon. I'll pry Daddy loose for you, but you are going to owe me.
Oh, yeah? And just what am I going to owe you?
I'll think of something.
If that bird was such a great talker, why didn't it say something?
Excuse me, sir. Permission to dance.
Please. 5 more minutes and I would have run out of parrot stories.
Simon's back.
Where is he? I want to talk to him.
Easy, Admiral. He's right over there.
Excuse me, sir. Nice party, sir, and we do appreciate it, but we do have to leave now.
You see, sir, Lieutenant Matthews is getting married next week, and this will be the only night we'll have to throw him a little bachelor party.
To make his life a little miserable, you mean?
Yes, sir.
I do understand. Have a good time. Just remember who you are.
Care to join us, Simon?
Thank you, but I have some business with the Admiral.
We'll talk in my office.
Okay, let's go get him. Okay, sucker, let's go.
What?
Now.
Come on, guys. Hey, what are you guys doing?
What am I supposed to do now?
Dance with myself? They want to give Glenn a bachelor party. That doesn't seem so terrible to me. I think it's stupid. Maybe. But it's also a rite of passage. You know, last chance to strut around and fan their feathers and pretend they hate women for 3 or 4 hours.
Well, I'm not amused. Lieutenant Glenn Matthews shows up here again.
You can have him. Noble gesture, but I'm not sure Hillary's all that generous.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir. Okay, who's Glenn gonna ride with? The training, huh? Me. Maybe I can talk him out of it on the way. You guys go on. We're gonna change and meet you over there. All right, let's go.
Where do you suppose they're headed, Hillary? Off to the Boar's Head to raise a little hell?
I wouldn't know.
Is it true what they say about those guys? They'd rather drive those kitty cars of theirs than make love?
Get out of my way, Jerry.
Because if that's the case, I know you, lady. I know what you need. And without me, you're going to be in very serious trouble.